Today, I will be presenting Flowers for Algernon. Flowers for Algernon is a story about a man named Charlie Gordon. He's 32 years old, he's born on March the 3rd, works at Donor's Bakery as a janitor, and he lives in New York. Charlie also goes to the Beekman Schools for Retarded Adults. Why? Well, that's because Charlie is born with a low IQ of 70. Charlie was always studying hard because he always wanted to be smart like everyone else. Luckily, Dr. Strauss, Dr. Bert Sheldon, and Professor Harold Nemmer chose Charlie to test their new experiment that will make him smart. Obviously, Charlie said yes. Then, to make sure that the experiment worked, Charlie did a test with Algernon, a mouse who had the same experiment as Charlie, where they would race by doing a maze. At first, Algernon always won, until Charlie beat him. The experiment worked. As Charlie became smarter, he started to learn to read and write, but not everything turned out so well for Charlie. He realized that he was always being laughed at his whole life without even knowing because of his mental challenges. Charlie also remembered his mom, who was always mean to him because she wanted him to be normal. When Charlie's intelligence was at its peak, he could read, write, speak 20 different languages, remember his past, and he even became smarter than his doctors. But Charlie realized that nobody really cared about him and they treated him like his old self. He lost all of his friends because they were afraid of his intelligence. Charlie's intelligence made him miserable. However, Charlie discovered a mistake in the experiment. He learned that his intelligence is temporary. As a result, Charlie loses his intelligence. He loses everything that he learned. But in the end, Charlie was happy that he got a second chance in his life. And so, he leaves Beekman Schools for Retarded Adults to go to the Warren State Home and Training School to start a new life. A major theme in the novel is the mistreatment of the mentally disabled, because in the beginning, Charlie was being laughed and abused because of his mental issues, and even after the experiment, Charlie was still being mistreated like his old self. For a symbol in the novel, there is Algernon. He symbolizes Charlie because they had the same experiment, they both became smart, and both of their intelligence was temporary. The end.